Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got this weapon currently hooked to my character's hands here. This is the Calvary Pistol. That's what it's referred to as in the game, but it's obviously a Colt M1911, which is a classic pistol, and it's not the first modded version of this weapon to be introduced into Fallout 4 because it's such a classic. It's also listed here in the mod's title as the New Vegas .45 auto pistol, which is also true. They took some liberties with that in New Vegas, like it is essentially what the weapon is, but obviously this is a .45 pistol. It shoots the .45 ammunition. This is kind of like the baseline variant. This mod only weighs in at like a little less than 13 megabytes, so it's actually quite small, so it can, be fit into lots of different load orders. It is added to the leveled list, so you will find it on vendors, on gunners, and raiders, starting about the mid-teens of levels, right? But this is all standard stuff. Obviously, with perks, we're still doing 73 damage, .45 ammunition, decent fire rate, decent range, right? Decent accuracy stats with no sights, nothing on there. It sounds good, at least with my particular audio mod setup. Iron sights are nice and clean, very just basic pistol sights. I like it a lot, though. Reload's pretty simple and basic, but it does get the job done, I feel like. We can go over here. I do have Sheffield set up to sell me things.
I'm looking for weapons.
And then, so if you go in here, we're looking for, like I said, the Calvary Pistol is what it will be under. So there it is. There's a muzzle advanced Calvary Pistol. That one's got a laser sight on it. We're going to go through the customization of this weapon. There's some really cool things that I think would be cool if they were done better, but we'll go over them as we do these things here. So there's your receivers here. Obviously you have standard. You go hard and you improve the damage. Powerful, even more damage. But at the powerful level, there's all these other receivers that do different things. There's rapid receiver that's just as damaging as powerful, but does have a higher fire rate. There's heavy receiver, which is just as good as the powerful receiver, but has better recoil control. There's the optimized receiver, which does just as much damage as the powerful receiver, but has better AP cost. There's the aligned receiver, which gives you an increased damage from the powerful receiver, as well as having better accuracy stat. The oiled receiver, same damage numbers, increased reload speed. So really what we're creating a situation calibrated also better critical shot damage on top of that same damage. And this is all great. I really love the options of having receivers that change depending on your build and your playstyle, But unfortunately for all that, there's this advanced receiver down here, which does 36 more damage per shot. It's just the best. You're going to put the advanced receiver on the gun. Like, as much as it's maybe you're tempted to do the better critical shot damage, maybe you really want the reload speed, really advanced receiver is the way to go. It's just unfortunate other than that. There's a snub barrel here. There's other things with the barrels too. Like, so there's a shorter barrel, you get less range and recoil control, but you do get better AP cost. There's an extended barrel, so if you want more range, but it costs more AP. Heavy barrel for the same kind of range as a standard barrel, but a little bit more accuracy because it's got better recoil. The tactical barrel has worse recoil and range, but it has a better rate of fire. So the marksman barrel, superior range and accuracy, still worse AP cost. So, but we're talking 287 range, right? Big long barreled thing. But we have the same thing with the grips here too. Rubber grip, better recoil, worse AP cost. Better reload speed on the leather grip. The comfort grip, better AP cost. So you can put the better AP cost on like the comfort grip, put the longer barrel on there. You can mix and match some things. You really want that maximize that damage. But say you do want the AP cost, you can put the snub barrel on with the advanced receiver and the comfort grip, and you're still getting a pistol that has very good AP cost. If we see how many shots we can get, lots of shots in here in VATS. Almost 2 full 7-round magazines before we'd have to do. That's a lot of shots, right? We're still getting a lot of shots here, but we did have to give up some things for it at least. But you still, I think you just have to have that advanced receiver. Maximizing that damage is too important. I think I am going to go with the marksman barrel, but you can do different things. There's an extended magazine, quick magazine, and a quick extended. Quick extended, obviously the way to go. You go up to 10 rounds and you reload faster off of that. You have improved sights here. I don't know really what is improved about these sights. I think maybe you get a little bit more, like, just a little bit of a cleaner picture. The recoil here is not too bad. You can make it bad. Like, if you want to put on one of those, I mean, obviously, part of the deal here is this marksman barrel, I believe, helps with recoil as well. Or no, I guess it's just range and accuracy stats. If you're really worried about recoil, you could do something like these heavy barrels and stuff here. But like the recoil on a pistol, even a .45 pistol, it's not like a heavy-hitting hand cannon. It's not really kicking up that much anyway. That's pretty, manageable regardless. I'm not managing it, and it's not really going up. If we did want to do something like that, we would put like something like the rapid receiver on there. We're really going to maximize the fire rate here. The tactical barrel, right? We could do stuff like that where we get better reload speed on this grip here. We put like the improved glow sights on there. I do like glow sights obviously more than just not glow sights. They're cleaner, easier to see, right? But we can start getting that recoil to kick, as you see, like getting up over the tree at the end of my 10-round magazine. But our fire rates are really high. I mean, we're really spamming the rounds out. I think it's like almost even a little too quick. There's builds you could do with it. but rapid receiver is just worse. You'd want an advanced receiver. You're not losing that much fire rate. You could always get, like I said, you could get the fire rate from something like the tactical barrel and then the advanced receiver. But the advanced receiver is, I think, kind of just the way to go. There's other sights in here too, like a laser sight, so you can aim down sight to like a dot. It's really big on this particular tactical barrel. It like extends further than the barrel. Like you can put like the marksman barrel on there. You can also put a compensator muzzle brake suppressor on there, whatever your preference is on that. It does help with recoil control, right? You do reduce range here though. Put the suppressor on there to show that off, and that's pretty much it. There's some legendaries that come with special unique attachments. One of them I can find, one of them I cannot. Laser sight here though. It's very hard to even see the dot. I do not know really particularly where I'm aiming. I can see it a little bit more in low light conditions, but it's not. It needs to maybe be a little bit bigger of a dot, I think, to me. I can't quite see it well. Same thing with the reflex sight here. At least you're aiming down into an aperture sight, but the dot here is not perfectly clear, especially when we get like into this stuff. It's like a very tiny dot there, right? Like very subtle, and it does kind of sound kind of soft, suppressed. I think it's a good sound, but not as good as like loud. It's got a nice crunch to it, and it just doesn't. It lacks that a little bit. And we also have a scope on here, which is essentially like a short scope. So if you did want to do the marksman barrel like a suppressor and stuff, you could technically pick off people at long range, sniping them out like this, right? You could be very efficient about that. That's not my particular preference. I still think, obviously, I think you have to go advanced receiver. You just, the increased damage is too important. I think you might want to go marksman barrel. You don't really need the leather grip. You could probably get some of that AP cost back with that comfort grip. Right, and I would take the scope off because that's also increasing AP cost. I would just go with glow sights. I'd probably leave it suppressed, just because the sneak attack critical benefit is probably too high. And you don't really need the extra range. And this is probably how I would design the pistol. We're gonna go get one of the legendary variants that I actually know was at. To Vault 81. We'll just go to that together. So guys, I want to make sure you guys find this together. Obviously, Vault 81 right here, kind of to the left of Diamond City on the map. If you don't know where Vault 81 is. It's pretty obvious. So like when you even get close to Vault 81, people stop popping in. So this one, you have to be able to get into Vault 81. So obviously, I've already been into Vault 81 before in preparation for this particular video. And for other mods that apparently people like to put in Vault 81. I don't know why Vault 81 is popular for mods. You can really see the glow sights though when it's like in a darker atmosphere like this. It does look quite nice, the lighting here, right? Like in the glowing sight. Glow sights definitely come in handy then, right? Like, and then the reticles from the laser sight and stuff like that will work better too. It's a little bit dark in the vault with this lighting mod setup that I got. Right, I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine people living in there? So we do have to go down the elevator here. It is quite dark though. The glow sights even stop glowing. There you go. I don't know how glow sights actually work in real life. Do they just naturally glow, or do they reflect light on them, and that's what makes them glow? So like you need some source of, if it's like actually pitch black, the glow sights wouldn't even glow. Somebody in the comment section let me know actually how glow sights work, like a real life, because it's a real life thing, right? So there's a shop here.
Work never
up here.
ends.
It's up here. So there's the vendor here, the supply depot right up here to the right. There's this little case over here that's got the experimental Colt 6500. This is a special model of the Colt 1911 that can handle overpressured rounds. As a result, gains plus 25% damage and limb damage, but more recoil. Now this thing does have a lot of recoil. The thing about it is, unfortunately, this experimental Colt thing is a receiver. So you get 25% increased damage, but it doesn't even count because you do less damage than the advanced receiver on the regular version of the gun, right? You could change the barrel, you could change all the things, but changing the receiver changes that it has this special plus 25% limb damage effect. So you essentially get more limb damage at the cost of way more recoil. We'll shoot this one off too. I do like the look of this one. I like that it cosmetically looks different because it's got like the classic 10mm pistol handle on the front of it and some rounds in there for it. But yeah, we'll show that off in a little bit. We'll go where the other one is at, and I'll show that it's not there. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to cut away this time. All right, everybody, I'm here in my red rocket because I did want to show off this thing that I was talking about with the receiver issue. So if I take this receiver off, I can put it on advanced receiver. I guess it does do more damage then. If you put advanced receiver on there, it still gets the benefit of the plus 25% damage, but you don't get the actual unique looking receiver then, right? You kind of lose that thing because you get the overpressured rounds effect. But you can't, so that still does, it is the most damage, but you are going to get a heavy kick and recoil. So this one, you actually might want something like the heavy barrel on there because we're doing enough damage anyway. Put the rubber grip on there for recoil. Quick extended magazine, obviously still. Put the improved glow sights on there. I do like that. We'll put like a muzzle brake on there for the recoil control. Maybe a compensator. I like the look of a compensator better than that. So like if we take a look at these weapons in comparison, right? This is my base default one that I had equipped. Like very minimal recoil, nothing at all, right? Like without even having a big chunk of recoil attachments on there. But we have this experimental one here. Even with recoil controlling attachments, that thing is much still going more to the sky. And we don't get the benefit of it looking cool. Like I think the receiver should just be the good receiver, I think, on this one. We're going to use this weapon though. The other variant is supposed to be at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. That's what the mod author lists it as. The problem with it is it's not there. I can't find it. I've looked around for it already, but like I would look around for it without picking it up. Obviously, I found it. I found this other one, this experimental version of the gun. Now, there's supposed to be a corpse here. They even talked about how they put a funny note on the corpse, so make sure to read the note. But I don't even see, like, there's obviously ghouls here. But with this powerful version of the gun, even that, what is legendary one, right? Exterminator's Piper Wolf. That's great. It's real good. It's not. I'm talking shit. Piper Wolf is a pretty good gun, though. Like, in terms of pipe guns, but that's just me talking smack. Now, this gun is pretty good. I'm going to shoot the door open. It's fun. It's more fun that way. But I have looked all around this thing. Obviously, a railroad thing, nothing. Except for this. Apparently, I just can't aim. Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be like a corpse somewhere here. I imagine not a ghoul corpse. Just to make sure. I was pretty sure it'd probably be moving before that, but like, so you would think it'd be like in one of these cabins or whatever. I've looked all around, even not in the cabins and stuff, right? I've looked all around this entire settlement. There's more ghouls in here. But easily one shot.
That ought to do it.
Alright, you think it would be this one? Nope. Just a muzzle advanced 10mm pistol. Maybe it's just not being implemented correctly, right? Like it's just not quite in the game files correctly or whatever. I'm not really quite sure why it's not here. And I wish I could show it off because it's apparently named after Joshua Graham, right? So it's like the .45 auto pistol. Like it's the Fallout New Vegas one. I'm not even sure what special effect it would do. But all I know is that it doesn't exist. I've looked all around this settlement where it is supposed to be, and it is not there. I don't see it anywhere. Rad Roach. Show off how many shots I get in bats. We're going to test the weapon out in some more combat anyway. I do like the loud version, though. This just sounds really nice. It's so much chunkier than the suppressed way. Even though suppressor is technically better gameplay value. Right? Ghoul corpse in here, no gun. The little shack, right? You'd think it would look around everywhere. There's a dead ghoul. Professor Goodfields is here. It's fine. Like there's a corpse here of a ghoul, just a wooden block, right? I just don't see a dead NPC where this legendary variant exists. We're gonna go test this one that we have out in some more combat though, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Never mind. I found the corpse right away. I'm so dumb, dude. It's literally right here. So we have the Zion 45 auto pistol, a classic piece in a newer place. This handgun boasts a higher rate of fire than the Calvary Pistol, so it's a higher rate of fire version. There's a Zion trip note. We should read that. So, like, somebody came in here all the way from Zion. Is that the implication with this note? That's data. No, that's I forget even how to read notes. It's MISC, right? Something Zion. I forget what it said. Trip from Zion. Zion trip. There we go. Zion's an interesting place, that's for sure. I had to lay low to take in the sights. At least I got to see them, though. Long ride back to the new Transcontinental Railroad down south, and a long haul back up the Commonwealth of Caravan. I managed to bag this handgun. Classic 1911 model. Seemed to be modified. It's got pretty quick trigger. Maybe I'll try to get into some trouble when I get back into the Commonwealth. I could never lose with this thing. He lost the raider that shot him. That's pretty funny. That is a funny joke. The raider that shot him, he did die. He didn't make it. I don't know if the fire rate on that one is particularly too high, right? Like, where did it go? It's Zion 45 auto pistol. I mean, that's pretty quick off rip, but it might, I mean, maybe we'll customize that with some attachments and test them out both in combat, and I'll see you guys when we get there then. Alright, here we are. I'm going to get shot at by raiders. That's okay, though. I have modified this weapon. I put the actual experimental Colt receiver on this one because what I've learned is that it, for one thing, it still gets the cool little hand grip and the fact that you can put it on other guns. But not only, it does reduce the damage, it brought all the way down at 55, but it does increase the fire rate even more and switches the ammunition to 10mm. So we got the rapid 10mm kind of version of this. And you see, though, we are spitting out fucking bullets with this one. Like, we really can just lay the fire rate down. Now, obviously, it still only has a 10-round magazine. You could very easily waste a lot of rounds. We'll switch back to my other one, though. One of the other ones I wanted to try out here. The one that does maximum damage, which is the real way I think you probably want to use it. It's the better legendary variant. Fire rate's not really an important statistic. You can't, you know, do cool things. One-shotting people seems much more beneficial to me anyway, right? Some more combat happening. Are you behind me? Somebody's shooting behind me. That's one behind. Way over there. The VAT's accuracy at this kind of range is obviously absolutely atrocious. We put the extended barrel on there. We've maximized his range. He's still just not quite cutting it, but we can crit him. And then he's dead anyway. You get the fuck out of here. I don't have time for you to exist back there.
That ought to do it.
That ought to do it indeed. So we'll find some more combat though. We definitely will. There's stuff to kill. We get that gold. Got one shot. Like, this is the better version of the gun. It has plenty of fire rate. We're not giving up anything. We have plenty of everything. The damage is good. The fire rate is good. How many shots can we get off of VATS in this one? Not a huge amount, like, but at least a whole magazine of shots. And with the high damage, it's like plenty. Yeah, it is. It's plenty of shots, right? Like if we're one-shotting things, like weaker enough targets anyway, we're getting into the stage where, you know, we get 7 kills because we get 7 shots. That's probably plenty of shots. Obviously, some tougher things are gonna be tougher. We had the suppress one there, but I wanted to test this weaker one out. Now we could get more VAT shots here. But it does take at least 2 shots even to kill this turret. It's a Mark 1 turret too, like weak turret, right? And that was 2 shots into that raider. Who died? They just fell over? Fire rate is good. Stop hitting me. Not allowed. Run at me if you want to. The fire rate, I mean, is kind of nice. Like, I can really feel like I can ham out the trigger, but I feel like it's actually making me miss too, right? You know, it's a trade-off for all these things. It's a cool, solid 1911 pistol. I know there's a lot of those things, but the legendary variants are cool at least. Cool enough anyway, I think. Yeah, you can't blow me up. Too good. Anyway, let's go back up there and kill some more raiders while we're in and out the video here. But yeah, it's a solid, less than 13 megabytes, 2 legendary variants, you know, custom 1911 pistol. Does feel good to use.
There you are, you little bitch.
Does take multiple shots to take somebody down though, with this particular variant. Dog, what are we doing? Like, even the dog, like a dog should be fairly easily one shot. And obviously we have the suppressed version that I had previously as well. Like, just the default version kind of customized. We're still getting lots of shots and VATS in this one too. This is survival, it's a little bit tougher. I don't know why I'm looking at the sky. Mods are causing some weird issues. But yeah, so there's the Calvary Pistol. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you do want to check out this mod for yourselves, make sure you check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda on that page and the Nexus mod page. So you can download this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe that we can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, wherever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.